Alrighty traders, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the morning coffee this morning. It should be pretty much a solid week this week. Remember last week we closed off for the quarter. This week is the start of the first quarter, of the second quarter. And so we're going to go ahead and check out and see what trading opportunities we have for us. We're going to go ahead and look at the weekly setups that we have trading opportunities this week. Now remember, not all the opportunities that we do see this week are going to take place. It's just an opportunity. It still has to set up. The conditions need to set up for us to be able to trade those conditions as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the market. Hopefully everyone is keeping safe and enjoying the quarantine time. All right, enjoying the close, confined spaces with your family. And not getting too frustrated and losing your stuff. All right. Just sharing a little bit. All right, just sharing a little bit this morning. All right, pretty frustrated. No, I'm just kidding. Having a good time, trying to make the best of it. Obviously, it's not the best of times at the moment right now for the world, but it is going to have to be what we have to deal with, and so everyone needs to deal with it a different way. And hopefully you guys are keeping busy, because I feel like that's the only key right there. Keeping busy, all right, keeps us sane and keeps us from going insane. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Now, I believe this week's going to be pretty hectic with regards to the coronavirus, but regarding the market, well, let's go take a look and see what's going on this morning. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump in to a couple of things here. Good morning to William. Good morning, William. We also got Denise in the house. Good morning, Denise. We got Jason. Jason says good morning. All right, fantastic. All right, go ahead and post as well. Tell me where you are in the world. I'd like to know where you guys are situated in the world. Of course, I'm here in Florida, in sunny side of Florida. This is the Tampa side. We actually got a little overcast weather today, but other than that, it's been pretty good weather for us. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on. We're going to start off here at the top. We always do. We got the Aussie, the Euro Aussie, and let's take a look right here. Here's the Euro Aussie. I'm going to go ahead and set up a new chart right here, and this, or at least a new template. My bad. And today is I believe it is the 6th of, man, I'll tell you something. That's something we still have to try and figure out. What day is it? Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? All right, so let's go ahead and see. It is the, I said it's the 6th of the 4th. So let's do that. And it's 2020. All right. We can go ahead and clean up house. Everything should be removed here. And looks like we've still got 2 active ones here. I'll go ahead and deal with them that we carried over. I'll go ahead and deal with those a little later. Other than that, we should be good to go. All right. Oh, snap. I deleted all the currency pairs on the left-hand side. All right, let's clear that up. All right, there we go. All right, starting off the first currency pair of the morning. And for the quarter, we got the Euro Aussie right here. That is a, as you see, a hit target. So we're going to go ahead and move that over to the document. We're going to go call that a hit target. Now, once you see that we've got a hit target right here, there's nothing else we need to do on the document. All right, hit target means it's simply done. Okay. Now, oh, Jason says India. All right. Is that India or India? All right, gotcha. Mike says, hey, Gary, just north of Toronto. Okay, cool. Denise says, Euro Aussie, I keep missing these down moves. What do you mean? Are you trying to add on to a position, Denise? Let's go ahead and take a look at this right here. This is the Euro Aussie right here. We're going to take a look at the Euro Aussie. In Euro Aussie, it looks like we have an unhit target here on the Euro. Sorry, this is Euro CAD, man. My bad. Euro CAD, we've got an unhit target right here. I'm going to go ahead and double check that. I believe we may actually have this one right here missed on the larger time frame. I want to double check that as well on the larger time frame. Let's see here. All right, so let's pull it over. This is the trading account right here, and I'm going to go to the Euro CAD right here, and I'm going to pull up the zoom in here. Yeah, it looks like we did actually miss the target. There it is there. So we did miss that target, so it is an unhit. Believe it or not, it is an unhit target for the week. All right, let's go ahead and call it exactly what it is, an unhit target. So that is going to be a overbought condition we're looking for. No, my bad, oversold. Sorry, we're looking to sell. Let me just double check. Yeah, so looking for oversold condition right here. And we're going to look for a bullish alert. We're going to be buying it long. And this one is now going to be pending. So there's one opportunity here on the Euro CAD. We'll go into a little bit more deeper details on the setup. Good morning, Karen. I know Karen's also in Toronto. Johnny says, London, Canada here. Johnny, London, Canada? Hey, you got two locations. Are you flying back and forth between the two, or is quarantine really seriously getting to you? All right, let's take a look at the next one. Euro JPY. Euro JPY, we're going to hit target for the week. Let's move on to the next one. Euro New Zealand dollar. Euro New Zealand dollar is a hit target as well this week. It's got a Euro pound. Euro pound is a hit target as well. So the last one is Euro US dollar right here. And that one is a low probability market sideways over here. Actually, if you look at the way the market's swinging, yeah, I think this is going to be a low probability. I think price can move up to that target without us. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up as an unhit target. Looking for an oversold condition. Bullish alert right here. But I'm going to call this a low probability. There's a possibility, a huge possibility that price is going to move to its target before we actually get an opportunity to get in on that. All right. Let's go to the pound Canadian. Take a look at pound Canadian. Oh, London is close here in Toronto. Oh, my bad. All right. Sorry, my bad. So that must be a city in Canada. Gotcha. I didn't even know that. You know, that's how much I know about Canada, and that's shame on me, right? Pound Canadian. Pound Canadian is showing a unhit target right here. We also have an unhit target from last week. I believe we were in a trade for last week's target. And yes, we are. We're in the money on that one there, but we're not quite at the target. This is the target we're chasing after right about there. Sorry, here down below. But here is the new target here up to the upside. So we have a downside target. Hopefully we get a little bit of push to the downside, take some money off the table, and then chase after the next target. We'll also go ahead and evaluate this as well. So we do have a unhit target for the week, looking for an oversold condition to go ahead and buy this long. And that would mean that we are looking for a bearish move. Hold on a second. If I'm in a bearish move, has price actually moved into an overbought condition already? Sorry, an oversold condition already this week? No, we have not. Good. So watch out for the oversold condition this week. If we get into an oversold condition this week and we haven't hit the target, maybe it's just about time to get the heck out of Dodge. All right? Johnny, I got that. Thank you. Johnny says the other London. All right. All right, good. I made some changes to my system right here. Just want to see if the, oh good, I've got the little box working there. Got my cup of coffee ready to rock and roll. Hopefully you guys are already set, ready to roll as well with your cup of coffee. You cannot trade until you have your cup of coffee. I've been doing this for 25 plus years. Trust me, you cannot trade until you get some caffeine in the system. All right, especially those early morning traders down at the trade at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Are you kidding me? I stopped that 10 years ago. All right, killing me. Cannot do that. Now, fortunately, when I was back in South Africa, trading the early morning sessions was actually it's just a no-brainer and an easy way to trade. We used to trade at 9 o'clock in the morning, a decent time for trading, right? Trade 9 o'clock, which you could trade the European session, which is the biggest and most active session out of all the sessions, which was great. We trade the 9 o'clock session. By 11:30, we were done trading, and tea time was set at 12:30. All right, tea time set at 12:30. Perfect way to live life. All right, trade in the morning, tea time at 12 o'clock. Get out on the golf course, have a good afternoon, come back, relax, have a good night's rest, not have to worry about the markets, and then come back again at 9 o'clock in the morning, a decent time to start trading, and then go ahead and play some golf again. That was my schedule for the day when I stayed in South Africa. Now, guess what? Now you have to get up at 2, 3 in the morning to trade early morning sessions. I'm not into that, man. I did that for 10 years here in the US, and I'm like, I am done. All right. Actually, yeah, 10 years. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on here. Pound Canadian. We have an unhit target. I am going to call this a good opportunity. So I'm going to keep this as a good opportunity. I think we're probably going to see price pushing down, get out of a trade, and then get back in for that upside move. Let's take a look over here. Pound JPY. All right. Yeah, Johnny, I know that Chris is doing it and he's taking strain. He is sweating blood, man. He's sweating blood on those early morning sessions. Pound JPY. Market sideways, but we did hit a target this week. We still got an unhit target from last week, but we never really got into that trade, so no trade on that. And this week is a hit target, so we're going to go ahead and call it what it is. Let's go to New Zealand. Pound New Zealand dollar. Pound New Zealand dollar also hit target. Let's go to the next one, Aussie. This is Pound Aussie, also a hit target. Let's go to Pound US dollar. Pound US dollar also hit target. Wow. And I believe we are in a trade on this one right here from last week. No, we don't. No, we don't. Last week it didn't get that trade. All right, so we got hit target on all of these pairs right here. And so we're now going to go ahead and take a look at the Aussie JPY. All right, here we go. Aussie JPY. Aussie JPY is a hit target. Let's go to Aussie New Zealand dollar. Wow. Aussie New Zealand dollar is a hit target this week. Aussie Canadian. Aussie Canadian. Ow! I'm happy that Aussie Canadian is a hit target because I'm stuck with a whole bunch of positions on another trading account. Man, I'm happy that that's a hit target because I want to see price continue to be bullish on this. We'll take a look at the overall position on that as well. But a hit target this week. And then Aussie US dollar also hit target this week. So this is a no-brainer over here on the Aussies. All of them actually hit targets for the week. Sweet. Moving on to the next currency pair. Let's go to New Zealand CAD. New Zealand CAD. Let's take a look right here. Now, we've definitely seen a more tighter ranges on the pairs. A lot of the pairs are seeing a lot more tighter ranges than we have in the past. So, here we go. We've got New Zealand CAD as a hit target. And then US dollar CAD also a hit target right here. So that pretty much wraps up the week for us. I was hoping to have a good week of trading. And it looks like if we would actually take a look at the details right here, we do not have a great week of trading. No siree. All right. So if we look over here, we've got, let me just go ahead and fix that up there. So if you look over here, we've got hit targets on everything except for 3 currency pair, and one of them actually is a low probability, and the other one is the pound CAD, which we're already currently in a position. Maybe you're not. Maybe you've come here for the first time and you're not in a trade, and that's fine. You got an opportunity there. So it looks like a very slow week of trading this week, believe it or not. Now, this could mean that the market may be just trying to find the support or find the resistance and change direction. This is why we've seen this low opportunities this week. But let's go ahead and dig into the details right here. I'm going to go into the Euro CAD first. There we've got an unhit target, and I want to go ahead and break it down on the larger time frame. So let's go Euro CAD, and there it is. Okay, let's pull this one in. And here on the Euro CAD, I'm going to pull up. Oh, snap. Okay, so we've gone ahead and moved bearish right here, taking out some of the previous. Well, I can't call it a gap, can I? Because we did have a wick that did close out the gap right here. We had a wick there, a wick here. So this gap was closed out. There's no doubt about that. But we are looking for a correction move on this pair. Also, if you look at this from a more broader perspective right here, there is a somewhat consolidation taking place over here. If you take a look at the top here, we had tops right here. We got bottoms down here. So there is a bit of consolidation, hitting resistance at the top right here. We're expecting price to move back down to at least the trend line. If it breaks through that, then we come back down to support right here. So the Euro Canadian is absolutely looking for some sort of correction move before heading back down south. So we'll keep an eye on this. From a trend-based strategy, this is just a correction move right here. We're looking for a correction move on this particular pair. If I look from a trend-based strategy, I don't believe I have any Euro CADs in. I think we stood on the sideline from a from a trend-based strategy right here. I'm going to just double check here on the lower time frame. And here is the lower time frame, and the answer to that was yes. You can see how much consolidation we have right here. You know, price just moving sideways, and we are eventually testing the bottom of the range right here, but still no breakout. So I've chosen from a trend-based strategy to stand aside. If we do break out of the south side over here, then obviously price is going to move a little bit lower. And if we look at the setup for the week, we came very close to that target. And so maybe this is going to be a low probability. Maybe we're going to be sitting up with a low probability, and price is just going to move sideways. We're going to go move back up to the top right here, which means that we're not really going to see an entry point on this one right here. So there very much could be a low probability on this, especially after that support that we've seen there on the larger time frame. So I'm going to mark this off as a low probability right here. Not too excited about that. Now the Euro US dollar right here, that is, let's take a look from a larger perspective on that as well. I'm going to go into the chart. And always, traders, it's always good to go ahead and take a look at the markets from a more not sideways, but more larger perspective, right? Step back. It's almost like taking a step back and then looking at the charts as it is right there and seeing how it's set up. I've moved my desk around. I wonder if is my desk in a good spot here? Let's take a look here. Yeah. I want to make sure I was like almost not central in the screen, but just, is the screen coming through? Is the quality coming through? Maybe also your connection as well. But just been playing around with the settings, making sure everything is set up correctly. Hopefully it looks good on your end. All right, so coming back to the Euro US dollar. Euro US dollar has been very, very choppy. In fact, looking at the Euro US dollar, I've chosen to stand aside from a swing trade based point of view, stand aside from doing any sort of swing trading. But I have got this daily open right here, and you can see how choppy this is. And I'm seeing a contraction phase, and then moving out of contraction into expansion. And so we've hit the top bottoms. We should be seeing the market trending, which should be in this case now trending up. So this little push to the upside right here should come back down, and we should start seeing price moving up. Now, if that's going to be the case, then that means that if we got a target to the upside right here, then this may not be a bad opportunity right here. I'm calling it a low probability based on the fact that the market's moved in this AB boundary right here, and we've now come back to a 618 pullback. I don't see price going back down any further. In fact, if I look at this right here, I'm seeing a bit of divergence here too. Take a look over here. Notice how we seen price moving lower, right? And suddenly now we are starting to see, now it's not a big form of divergence right here, but we did actually take that low and hit another low right here. So we've got two lows right here since price started moving lower and the oscillator started moving higher. So we are seeing a bit of divergence taking place right here. Price did get to the right side of the trend line right here. So this could be the upside move to that target right here. So we could see price moving up to this target up here. Now, if this is going to be the case, and this is going to be a low probability based on this strategy, I'm going to be talking about today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you may want to go ahead and do that, because I'm going to be posting a video today where I'm going to be using a automated trading system called Howdy Trader Max. It's a trading system that I use actually inside my trading room. So a lot of my traders that are part of my trading room will know exactly what I'm talking about, and we have great setup that we look at every single week. Now, the one thing that I'm going to be doing with target trading this week is posting some opportunities like something like this, where there may not be an opportunity that week, or maybe we've got a hit target that week. And then so what I'll be doing is using an automated system to be able to take this opportunity and trade it like a scalping, maybe an intraday type of trading strategy. And what we'll be doing is trading towards this target. We believe price will get to this target, but we don't believe that the market is going to go into an oversold condition before it starts going to that level. All right, we believe it's going to go to that level a lot quicker. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my, let's go ahead and just clean up the chart. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go to a lower time frame, something like this, and move it down to a 15-minute chart. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this right here and say, hey, do I have an opportunity to be able to trade it back to that target? All right. And so I'm going to even look at a 5-minute time frame. See a 5-minute time frame? The 5-minute time frame is certainly not giving that opportunity. So if we get, I may go to the 5-minute, I may go to the 15-minute time frame and trade it. The one thing that I have to make absolutely sure about is wherever that target is, right, is that target giving me enough equity to the upside, enough profit to the upside? And we've got what, 124 pips? So 124 pips. I have to make sure that if I enter in on this time frame, that 124 pips is enough for me to be able to capture in profit with a good risk reward ratio. That's the most important right here. So the time frame that I select is very, very important and very key in order to have a tight stop with good risk reward ratio, so that when the market gets that target, I'm getting out of that trade with good money. And most important, when I say good money, I'm always referring to the risk reward ratio. Make sure the risk reward ratio is good. All right, so we'll check that out a little bit later. But in any case, that's the opportunity here on the Euro US dollar. Now, from a trading strategy for this week, definitely a low probability. Let's go to the pound Canadian, and let's take a look at the pound Canadian. Now, Jason says hit the bottom there. Someone is saying hello. I'm not sure exactly where you're at. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hey, looks like you may be the first time here, and welcome to the trading session. Jason says, yeah, hit the like button. Oh, hit the like button, please. Thanks. He works hard for us. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Jason. Yeah, Jason is absolutely spot on. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Go hit the like button. Also, make sure you go ahead and comment. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel, my friends, because this is going to be able to get you some more videos. All right, so appreciate the love there, Jason. You're good, man. Thanks, buddy. So, so here we go. Pound Canadian dollar. Pound Canadian dollar is set up for this week for an unhit target to the upside. I'm calling it. I'm not calling it a low probability because I'm expecting price still to come back down and test this level here at 71.66, then go up. We're in a position, or at least I'm in a position right now, chasing after this target right here. Now let's go to a. There it is. I want to go to a larger time frame. Let's go to the daily right here. Now the daily's come back there. We haven't found support yet, and we've still got a bit of room down here. If we find room at the bottom right here, we can start looking for price to move back up. So I'm excited about buying on the pound Canadian. I'm excited about buying on the pound Canadian. But what I've got to think about is price going to hit my sell target, right? Because I've got a sell target down below right here. And if I look at the 1 hour time frame, we're not quite in an oversold condition yet, so we're still looking for price to move down south. Let's take a look over here on the situation. All right, so here we go. All right, appreciate Denise and Sharon. All right, so we go here. This is what we're looking at over here. Got price moving up, down. Oh, it looks like we're in a fourth wave move here. Here's wave 1. Here's wave 3 up at the top here. Yep, so this total wave right here is our wave 3. So we're in a wave 4. We will see price finding support here at this level, which we have already seen at. Anytime the market trades through the 1.618 extension of a previous swing, we do expect price to find that as a support level before heading back up north to complete the fifth wave. So, from that perspective right here, how much we got left? What have we got left here on this trade? Man, we got 200 pips left. That's quite a bit here. We go ahead and put in some trend lines right here. All right, let me take a look here. And if I put a trend line in here, right. We did find support right here. Can price move a little lower? Yeah, price could move a little lower right here. All right. Okay. So let's go take a look at the U.S. oil. We had a spike up, or at least a rally up here to U.S. oil at around about 29. So U.S. oil looks like it may go ahead and move back down because it looks like we completed a price cycle here. We are going to see oil push up a little higher. We know that the daily time frames confirmed that as well. If you look at the daily right here, we had this bounce of the support here. So there's no doubt that price is going to push up, but we've been calling price to move back to around about $42 a barrel. So it looks like it's going to slowly work its way back up. But because of the lower time frame, right? Because of this lower time frame, we've just seen price go ahead and complete a fifth wave move, which we're expecting now a correction move. And we may see, well, not may, we will see, all right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to see price move down to around about this level right here. And this is going to be a fourth wave test. All right, so, not yes, test. All right, there we go. So this is going to be a fourth wave test right here. Oh, let me just put that, there we go. So this is a fourth wave test around about $23 a barrel. So we should see price, oil price pushing down and retesting $23 a barrel before starting to see an upside move. And if you actually look over here, you can see that there was a bit of divergence also in play right here. Look how price goes higher here, and look how we had the oscillator moving down. So we've certainly seen divergence here, so which means that this was definitely the top of that bullish move, and we should see price moving back down to $23 a barrel, just about there before seeing a rally. So that means weaker US oil. Now let's go back to the pound Canadian. If we're going to see weaker US oil, that means pound Canadian should push up first. Darn it. Don't like that. That means that we're probably going to hit a target this week and then start selling off towards our missed target. So I don't think we're going to have an opportunity this week on the pound Canadian. So with that being said, traders, I'm going to turn this into a low probability right here. Sadly it is. Okay. So let me make sure that everyone understands this, all right? So what I did is I just broke down now. Hey, listen here, just to be absolutely clear, what I'm saying doesn't always necessarily mean that that's how things are going to happen. That's just my perspective of how I see the market moving based on my technical analysis. And what I've done here is I've gone ahead and looked at the larger time frame, see what the overall direction is going to do. And by looking at the larger time frame, I noticed that, yeah, there's a possibility of a correction move on the pound Canadian. But what I've also looked at is I've looked at the other currency pair, like the Canadian, and said, hey, if the Canadian is going to get stronger or weaker, how would that affect the directional bias of the pound Canadian? And so when I looked at the Canadian dollar, I went and actually looked at US oil to see how, because that normally moves the Canadian. And I looked at US oil and I noticed that US oil had moved in a nice bullish move. And yes, we are in a correction move, which we're calling now our ABCD correction. So which means that because we're in a correction move, we're looking for price to move down from $26 to $23 a barrel. Now with the US oil weakening, Canadian's going to weaken, which is going to allow the pound Canadian to push up higher. Now because I got a pivot point there on the top, that means that pound Canadian is going to move up to my pivot point, then go ahead and turn around and head south to my missed target from last week. All right. And so that's why I'm thinking that because price is not in an oversold condition as of right now, I don't think the opportunity will present itself before we start hitting the target to the upside. And so with that said, I'm thinking that we're not going to get a pound Canadian dip to my target before we hit the target of the upside. So if you go back to the chart right here, I'm looking at this price right here, which is priced at $74.92 to come into play first before we head down south to this target at $71.66. So we've seen a little rally first, then a dip down here, and then when we get down here, then I'm looking for price to move back up further up north. Now we'll go back to the daily time frame and we'll look at the data right here, and we'll certainly look at this trend line, making sure that the market's going to get supported by that trend line. And if this trend line will become support, then we're looking for price to continue to move up bullish if this trend line holds. If it doesn't hold, then we may be heading much further down south. And if you actually look at it right here, we have a large bit of consolidation here on this larger time frame. And this large bit of consolidation could also be, all right, a larger swing coming from the top right here all the way down to the bottom right here. So which means that price is in a bearish crown long term, and so we're looking for the market to go ahead and sell off and break below this level. So pound Canadian in a long-term outlook, we're looking for price to move further down south. And yeah, we could say that we want to look to see if price is going to come back up and retest the tops here. Maybe, you know, if you look over here, we actually have quite a bit of tops right here. There's a top. Price popped his head out of the top there a little bit there, and price came back up here again. So there is a very good possibility that pound Canadian may be on its way already to come back down to the support level right here, and that this trend line that we're seeing right here is actually absolutely going to be useless to us as price continues to move down to the bottom of the channel. So with that being said, now Denai says maybe hit that missed target on the pound Canadian. It's going to hit that missed target. All right, it's going to get down to that missed target, but I believe we're going to hit the top side first, right, before we get to this missed target right here. So we're going to get to that target. It's just a matter of when, and I believe that it's first going to be a rally, then a dip before we get to that target. All right, so that's pretty much how the pound Canadian set up right here, and that's pretty much how we're going to wrap up this session this morning. Hopefully you guys learned something for today. Not a very active session of trading this week, but remember, as a target trader, and you are a target trader, All right. As a target trader, there's new opportunities. There's another way to focus in on missed targets. I'm going to be posting videos on that this week. I'm going to be posting videos on that this week on opportunities that we can use a trend-based strategy targeting this missed target. Now, what's key is the actual EA, the actual automated trading robot that I'm using, because it's got all the functions in the robot that's going to be able to help me identify the target, identify where I want price to, or at least for the market to get to, and then automatically take my profits off the table and clear out the EA, stop the EA from working, because that's important. Once we hit that target, we want to trade no more towards that target and reevaluate our setup. Also, we want to make sure that we can also set certain ranges. So if I want to go ahead and say, well, I only want to trade above this high, and I want a daily candle or a 4-hour candle to close above there, and if it's closed above there and the current price stays above there, then I want to go ahead and deploy buy only or a sell only option. Okay, that's key, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in the video. So make sure you check out the video when it comes out this week. A bunch of videos are going to come out, not just one or two, but a bunch of videos are going to come out based on trading opportunities that I'll look at based on a swing trading strategy towards these missed targets. We're not talking about unhit targets. We're talking about missed targets. These are targets that have been missed for a couple of weeks, and now what we're looking for is reversal points to trade towards those targets. So we'll be looking at reversals, identifying them, and then identifying a trading opportunity to trade towards those targets. All right, with that being said, traders, you guys have a fantastic week, and we'll see everyone back again for another session on Friday to wrap up the week for the strategy that we trade. So with that being said, this is FX Big Dog, signing off.